Boat accidents, new death penalty, real retards slash movies, conspiracy, FEMA, Unstoppable. That's probably got something to do with the movie Unstoppable. Okay. Remembering shit, hiding shit, trying to stay high, real estate all day. New death, new death penalty. Okay, like it. That's something I'm going to try to look up to watch again. Dip when I ask for that. Always think that when people say bye can happen in a blink. I stay thinking. I don't know. I'm trying to be a song. Better if God. Writing. Real estate. Trying to visit homes. Easy conversation. Do I combine or categorize? Okay, so boat accidents, new death penalty, real retards slash movies, conspiracy, FEMA, Unstoppable, remembering shit, hiding shit, trying to stay high, real estate all day, trying to find that instrumental. Whew. That Bears a motherfucker too, man. That shit works sometimes. So the Lakers came through. I don't know what's going on with the Raiders, man. This is they're supposed to be good. I know they don't have Antonio, but they all pros. When when NBA get deep and Chuck and them get to yapping about talent in the NBA, man, these are all NBA quality players, man. I mean, sometimes they might find the easy way in, but they all balls. The Raiders is upsetting. I don't. So I left. It was tied up. I guess it was 21 up, and I seen the. I was what? I don't know when I caught it up, but it was 42. Just anyway, but the Lakers they came through. I'm all over Shea, so I'm always worried about injuries for anybody. I mean, think about Derrick Rose, and I like him probably the most of some of the guys that you see that can't go at 100%. But the Lakers is looking good. Kyle seemed to get he seemed to be getting back in shape. I don't know. I'm trying to read him. He's that boy can play, man. So I don't know what kind of drama goes on with that behind the scenes shit. I wish it was just all smooth and everything was nice with that team and they didn't have none of that drama to worry about. They could just go out here and play ball. That's what it looks like they're doing. So I'm happy with the Lakers, man. They're making me feel good. Last year was, I mean, it wasn't. They was just. It seems like I don't know how the NBA season starts, if it starts at the same time every time. I mean, but it seems like they wasn't this deep by Christmas, and that's the game LeBron got hurt. Maybe I'm just thinking that I don't know. I'm thinking that was 12 and something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't act like I'm a stats dude. But yeah, I just don't want nobody to get hurt. But the game last night, or a couple games ago, last game before this one, before they beat the out of Minnesota. Hmm. I ain't gonna remember who it was. That's how bad my brain is. But anyway, both of them went down, and then they playing games. They be going to commercials and shit, and that shit. I don't know, man. So that's all I think about is just somebody getting hurt, and then you gotta hear Skip talking shit. I mean, let them talk shit about the free throws. Let them talk shit about the free throws. So what? So what? Shit. I ain't gonna act like there's a bunch of other players I can't name off that don't make all their free throws. And I ain't just talking about like dudes like Shaq, but there's been plenty of dudes that are good that miss free throws at the wrong time. So Braun is the best. It's just how evolution works. This is just, it's fantastic to see. It's anyway, like I say. So the Raiders, to watch because the Lakers are just bailing y'all ass out. So okay, I don't know what's worse really with so if I'm watching Law and Order, that is probably one it's in my top five of shows. It could be my favorite show. I watch it the most and put up with the commercials. I like movies, so I know there's always alternatives. Sometimes that show is whack. I mean, sometimes the like okay, so hold up. There's an episode with Laura Linney. I cannot stand her. In that episode, she gets up there and is just crying about that shit. I'm so glad they locked that bitch up on that episode. Anyway, that's probably my favorite show. And some of that drama. I mean, that's obviously not how the courts on the street work. But yeah, I'm usually on the Jack McCoy side, Ben Stone side. And when they talking about the death penalty and how it always works out in that situation, I'm like, yeah, on TV it's fine, it's fine. In real life, I ain't with it. But since it's real, you know, it's like trying to abide. If you're gonna enforce, if you're gonna have something, all right, if you're gonna have something, and like say you can go back all these years. I was watching this one clip about the guillotine. Uh, I've never. I mean, I've seen like fake ones and like model ones and shit. People were crazy back in the days with swords anyway. I mean, before, I mean, they kind of had guns too, but there was a time when there was just iron. And I mean, one of my favorite movies is Conan the Barbarian, James Earl Jones. I mean, I could still trip on that movie. That's just bomb. But back in those days, not just the fact that you could be accosted by a wild animal, uh, barbarians, Colosseum, just anyway, they get to this point where you could gather around and watch as a crowd somebody get there. multiple people get their heads chopped off at times. I just, in my, like, I seen a YouTube beheading. That's fucked up. Um, uh, a crowd for the guillotine. And that's not where it started because, like the Klan liked to do it. That wasn't that long ago. That's not that long ago. They still do that shit. Uh, but mass executions, right? Where it's like a public thing. It's like, okay, it's not a hidden thing. It's like, okay, to come on, we're going to do this. That must have been, oh, what are people thinking? What the fuck do you think those people are thinking before they're about? What was Saddam Hussein thinking? They had them all diapered up. At some point, you know you're gonna go, like in that situation. And they did it quick with him. It wasn't no what 10 years on death row. Hmm. Anyway, this American shit is it's a trip. The American shit's a trip, and I'm like, if it has to be done, somebody's gonna have to like make an example every now and then. The new death penalty, more like, so you got the jury, you got a dude who's just guilty as fuck. It's not sometimes they want them to sit on death row because the state ain't 100. It's high profile case. They picked up a dude, and maybe who knows? I mean, there might be some shade. Who knows? So these ones they drag the feet, but then every now and then there's a dude like a what was that? A Ricky Ramirez or a Ted Bundy. Where you got one of those guys. So out of those guys, you get a random guy where you got the jury there and they deliberate, they come back, and they got to say, we'll be back in a week and go over the sentence recommendation, blah, blah, blah. But this time, this was a random one. This is to instill the death penalty because we're just going to make sure that the fear of something possibly happening is always there. So as the jury says guilty, and we know it's a capital case, and the death penalty was a death penalty case, and all that shit was open. It was in the paper and all that shit. But as soon as the jury comes out and says guilty, here comes Max. And he just snatches dude up right there at the fucking chair and just fucking holds him for a second so he can struggle. Any last words, motherfucker? Wow. Just yank him right there. In front of the fucking galley, the fucking jury, everybody's just there. They kind of just, maybe like four guys come in. But that's what it is. And every time, that's what it is. Like every time there's a guilty verdict. But like in advance, like is this a yankum? No, this ain't a yankum. So like maybe 1 out of 9. Yeah. Where you can just get popped right there. I mean, there are some dudes that are that crazy. They just want to get got. But that would slow some dudes down. Because you see how people are in court. Look, when you're in court and let's say you're already at that point where the family can come talk shit and the dude's kind of popping off. You see that sometimes. And then you got the dude where the guy gets at him and you can see how scared that guy is. He was real bad, right? But now he's cuffed, he's shackled, he's everything. He's helpless. And here's the fucking dude, this is the okay, stop. It's Pops right here. It's twin brother. Been in there every day at the Liberation. You fucking he don't want to fucking he don't want him grabbing on him, right? He don't woo. Yeah, that would shake shit up a little bit, I think. I don't know, I be thinking about some shit. But it is unfortunate we're a society with that kind of response. I think it would seem like we were already done with all this war for. I mean, it's like war for profit type shit. It doesn't. Well, us. The whole. Listen, I'll direct this to the people that vote. Okay, that act like they're so smart. For the people that vote, this is. I'll say it with pride that I'm a Marine. Um, my service wasn't. It was basically a waste of time. I mean, they play a lot of baby games and they don't gotta fucking play shit straight. So with a person like me, it just doesn't. I got an attitude problem. I'll say what I want. I look in a situation. I'll say what I want to say, not just because I feel like saying something to be loud or obnoxious. But if I'm in a situation and cornered or back down or something, yeah, I'll say what I have to say to whoever. So in the military, that doesn't work that well. But I'm good at saying shit. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm the smartest guy, but I understand a lot of shit. I'm not going to let you fucking outword me. I don't give a fuck what you fucking studied or what kind of degree you got or what kind of lawyer you are and all that other shit. We can talk in regular terms, real words, and be very, very effective. So I'm in the military, and so in the military, okay, I'm not going to make it sound like I understand the process of voting and all that stuff in the military. Okay, I'm not going to make it sound like I've ever voted or anything like that because excuse me, I don't think I've ever voted. But as a soldier, you might vote. Just don't know. Um, but once the president's the president, you're a soldier, you respect that. Period. Period. Okay. Yeah, you can be an asshole and you can be like against that, like the concept, like you're so much into politics or into democracy or something like that that this offends you or something like that, which is ridiculous. It's politics, it's a business. These motherfuckers ain't even doing a good job. So, in the military, you have to respect. Okay, we're this guy's army. I'll say this: we are this guy's military. Um, but as a civilian, you can be an asshole. If you want to vote for the opposite guy, then you could try to create as much dysfunction as possible. You could try to not follow the so-called rules or go outside the lines and do things outside the box just to, go against what your country stands for at the present time. I mean, how it should go. I mean, and this is just because this is the system that we have. This is what I'm saying because we're in this system already. I'm not trying to make up something fucking brand new. What we should have is a very nasty campaign. And it should be about real shit. Dude, who cares? Yeah, pedophilia and all that shit is fucked up. But the fact that these guys are even up there on this platform with that on them, don't you see the fucking dysfunction there, the fucking oxymoron? So you're making it sound like, okay, this is a humongous fucking problem in the church. It's been like this forever. Some places it's cultural. It's fucking ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as war. But the campaign should be about what the fuck the job is going to be and what we're going to be prepared for. These motherfuckers weren't prepared for anything. Pearl Harbor, 9/11, Katrina. Like something really bad goes wrong. It's like, I mean, and it can be somebody on purpose, like Enron. Like these motherfuckers. I mean, dude, you talk about a death penalty, right? I mean, I know these guys are outside it's not even the law. It's just like the realm. People I go to these gated communities sometimes. I mean, these houses are off the chain and they're everywhere. In every state. I worked in Utah for a couple summers. Dude, money and wealth and property ownership. I mean, dude, people have shit and people have nice shit, big shit. Out here in this public world, you can just act like you're, interested in this political stuff, get all upset and hostile about politics, about people that are just supposed to make sure shit runs smooth, and it don't. I mean, it don't even run smooth. That's the problem. So they're saying you're fucking with a thing that's not even running right, and it's funneled down into like this real shit. I mean, I'm saying we shouldn't. I'm saying y'all shouldn't even be involved in it. Y'all be like, man, y'all do what you want to do. I don't even understand what the fuck you're doing. I mean, I go down here and I vote, and then they fucking say the election's rigged and ballot fraud and all this stuff. They say all this shit, and it's real. They killed JFK. It's real, and they saddle y'all with this shit like it really is gonna improve or something if you guys are involved. Why don't y'all just stop? They got the military. These guys can act like they're involved in all that shit for their enlistment. They got those people. Okay, your votes don't fucking matter. Stop acting like they matter. All they're doing is playing baby games, talking about crazy shit, killing people. They're killing people. They've been killing people for all this. I mean, what the fuck? And it's like a real life soap opera, the business side. Like if you're watching, I'm trying to say in plain sight, but I know it's something else. Um, anyway, it's frustrating. I would say most people need to Definitely focus on their kids. Uh, Look, teach your kids to fucking walk across the street. You know, look, when they get to the corner, put their phone in their pocket or their book bag. You know, hold hands if they have to. Walk across the street. Hustle. Grown-ups too. Grown-ups too. We don't need crossing guards everywhere fucking trying to start shit. You know, look, if they, some places we might need them. I mean, start building pedestrian bridges everywhere. You know, let's get this shit going. There's money. Stop at you. There's companies out there. There's construction everywhere, everywhere. You're always in the street. Look, you can start on Cheyenne at the fucking 15 and work your way up. Okay, pedestrian bridges. You can nice lightweight ones because you know the traffic's not that heavy. But right now, you can start right down there by the cannery, work your whole fucking way, and then work your way up all the way fucking the valley. Get the people off the street. I mean, you got some nice shit going on some places, but get people off the street, keep them off the street. Parents, keep your fucking kids with their fucking brain on alert. This is ridiculous. Keep them out of the fucking street. If you're driving a car, stay off your phone. I'm not talking about you're trying to, you know, skip the ad on your YouTube. You know, you should be that good. I mean, we have the technology now, even if it's not in your hand, it's in your car. Sometimes you have to touch something. It's okay. You can look, you got to check your mirrors anyway, put it in the function. All right. It's not, if I have my phone like this, it's not because I'm watching TV. People that are watching fucking TV, get the fucking, listen, once you get home, you can do all this shit. But listen, it's about to be in season where you can end up with a busted window, a busted nose, something. And I don't mean from the airbag. I mean from somebody being able to say, hey, listen, you had your phone out. Listen, I have we don't writ some shit down. Okay. Now we're gonna do this to you just so you get the pick. Okay. Right. Now drive safe, put your seatbelt on, bleed out, stop. No more with the phone so distracting shit that you're hitting people. We already have problems, you know. There are things that are weird about our mechanics, and I mean our humanality and all that shit, where things you can all of a sudden be um, heavily fatigued or um, I don't know. They call them like some kind of mini stroke type things where your blood pressure is doing something that your attentiveness at driving is temporarily. I mean, it happens naturally um, because maybe your posture is not correct or something. I mean, it happens. It's not just because people are drunk or on medication or high. Most people that are doing what they're doing are, I mean, there's an element of recklessness. I'm not saying that people aren't crazy. What I'm saying is the part about trying to be just by default safe is something that we need to be better at. It needs to be like in our heads. I mean, I had a friend of mine. I tell people, I tell my kids, I say, I tell them the story all the time about how they get yelled at and jumped on if they get on the street. Um, I had a friend when I was young. He was a little older than I was. I mean, he might have been 2, 3 years older than me, maybe 3, 4. Um, but he got hit by a car. He never walked again. I mean, I was like, what, 6 when this happened, 7. He never walked right again. He never run. He can never play football. That's all we used to do was play fucking bikes and all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, it was lucky that I had moved, but I mean, that was the last vision I had of him. I mean, and watching it happen, So look, rest in peace to all my people, man. Pac, Christopher Hitchens, Donald Taylor, Grandma, Tommy, Matt, Pimp. So I'm gonna get out for now. I got some real estate shit to get up on, some PlayStation to get up on.